Okay, Stefan, now we're going to look at a technique that I used in the quarterfinal of the Nogi Worlds in 2009, I think. I was fighting a Japanese opponent. And it was a pretty close match. I think the score ended up being 4-2. And
for you?
For me, yeah, I won the match. And there's two interesting, kind of amusing things that I remember about the match. One, this is the only guy I've ever actually trained with it was black belt at a high level that actually tried pressure points on me. So he did two. He used his thumb once, like in my armpit, and so he was like, he's kind of like this, like as if he was trying to open my guard, this position here, but he had his thumbs right in my armpit and was just like digging around. And at first I thought it was kind of funny because I was like, it's not going to work. I'm not going to open my guard. I'm not going to, even if it was the 5-point exploding heart technique, that was only 2 points. So I knew that I had at least 3 more before my heart was going to explode. So it didn't bother me too much. But not only was he doing that, later on in the match, he was actually putting his thumb underneath my jawbone and pushing, grinding around. And after this match, not immediately after obviously, but I think about a year later, I ended up training in Japan. And really great guys out there. I really had a great experience. I loved it. And I think I remember the guy's name, and I ended up telling them. And this could totally be not true. And it could have been some Japanese guys trying to kind of wind me up a little bit. But they told me that he had tattoos and stuff. They said he was a low-level Yakuza guy, like Japanese mobster. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I thought it was pretty amusing and a pretty interesting story. You know what I mean? But let me show you what I did.
To him.
To him. So I was playing a lot of butterfly guard, and what I wanted to do it was no gi. What I wanted to do was pull him in and engage him this way, but he was just really defensive. He wasn't running away from me, Stefan, but he just was he wasn't letting me, get my hands in. I just couldn't do anything. So he was doing enough, not to get penalized, but he really wasn't doing much of anything. So what I did was, once I was here, and I found like a rhythm that I liked, I pulled my leg back, I went right to his knees here, and then I put my head right in his chest. So it was a bit of a spear. So I was here, we were fighting a little bit, I pulled the leg back here, boom! And I knocked him right over by just driving into him and picking him up. And I ended up scoring the 2 points. I finished in his guard, and the match went my way 4-2. So, and that definitely wasn't the first time or the last time that I used this technique. But it was really efficient, and it's a great example of how we can use that butt double or butt double leg as a direct attack. I mean, I didn't really change anything. I just did the basic action. That was it. And that allowed me to sweep him. It was definitely some timing involved, but because he was so defensive, he was leaning back like this, I was trying to get a hold of him, I was really trying to pull him down, and then when I saw the timing, I pulled the leg back, put my head down, I went right for his knees here, I came up, and I boom, knocked him off balance and finished in his guard. So, very useful for me, and I think anybody who plays butterfly guard, who plays open guard, can use this. And we also talked a lot about using the butt double when I engaged in butterfly guard in our butterfly guard application.